Well, after a break for the holidays, Shelby County Commissioners will hold their first committee meeting of the year tomorrow. Commissioner Charlie Caswell joins us now to talk about some of the issues ahead in 2026. Charlie, welcome back to 3 at 3. Happy New Year to you. Good to see you as always.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2025 was a busy year to say the least, and I get the feeling 2026 will be the same.
Yeah.
Let's start off by talking about the focus being on, again, Memphis-Shelby County schools and all of the school board races now being on that mega election this coming year.
Yeah.
Is that the right thing?
I'm going to say this. I didn't support it. I don't think it is. Just 2 years ago, over 20,000 people who voted for individuals voted that they would be there for 4 years. Unfortunately, somebody didn't like the way that they voted on the issue from the state level, and it came down to our body, and our body supported, which I didn't, but our body did, actually putting this on the ballot this year with them. So I think, again, voters' rights was taken away by taking those votes away 2 years earlier. If you want change, this is the time to change. When we finna get ready to come up with an election, now if you don't like the people that's in those seats, you vote them out. But you don't change them in the middle of the game because you don't like the way that they vote on the issue.
I know one of your fellow commissioners, Commissioner Sugarman, is still pushing for that change to get those races off. How do you see that?
I mean, I understand the spirit of where she's going with it, but at this time, I think let us take its course through the courts. They already said that they're going to sue. Allow them to sue, because we need to get an issue like this on the plate before it come back at us. So if the courts can make a decision now, let their precedents be set.
Commissioner, though, a lot of people will say, what about accountability? Have you seen enough progress? Have you seen enough change for the county commission as well as the state of Tennessee to stay out of their business, or what are you seeing there?
That's a hard one to call, Alex. I can say still, I think a lot of people just want to be out in public around a lot of these issues and look to get in other people's mess. But I think that right now, especially at the state level, they already said they still coming for our school district, which I saw a show a couple of weeks ago that we know that they failed our school district before, and that's not the pathway it should go. But I know what we have to do here locally is be intentional about working together collectively, and we can keep them out of our business because we'll be taking care of the business.
Charlie, what about the issue of Shelby County Jail, the status of the jail itself, the future of it, where it should be built? Will it ever be, a new one ever be built? Where does that stand?
Man, I'm going to say this, Alice, that ball been kicked down the road. And when we get to where we are right now, it's not going to get done overnight. One of the things I said to somebody, I think I talked to April the other day about this, is that unless more revenue is put in the budget, a jail conversation should be taken off the books, because how are we going to pay for it? We have to have the revenue to pay for it. I know we asked for the state to give us the capacity to ask the voters, do they want to put a penny on the sales tax to pay for a new jail? And I still stand on the fact that a new jail needs to be built. Where it's built, that ain't the conversation right now. It needs to be built, because we got people in inhumane places because they kicked the can down the road to the place that we are now, and the maintenance have not been taken.
Do you see that real conversation ever taking place between the Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris and Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner? What needs to happen there?
Well, I think both of them are on their way out, right? They termed out. This is we got this year to have. I wish they would have that real conversation, you know, but yet I think it's going to be on the next mayor and the next county commission to really get serious about this conversation and get something done.
What about the county commission itself? I know you folks are scheduled to take up the issue of decorum, especially after last year, Commissioner Edmund Ford Jr. called the board chair a political concubine. You were pretty upset about that.
Yeah, it was upsetting because it's unfortunate that we can't get the people's business because we've taken on personal issues ourselves. You know, we got to move ourselves out the way. If we're talking about 960,000 citizens of this county, we can't be mad about some vote or some situation not going our way. We have to have better decorum in there. I don't care who it is, you know, and again, I appreciate all my colleagues. I work with them well, but it was upsetting to be a father of 5 girls, to see a woman treated the way that she was treated. I pray that we can get our stuff together and give a better display to take care of the people's business.
And Commissioner, one last thing I wanted to talk to you about that I know is near and dear to you, and this is involving your late friend, Pastor Ricky Floyd, because you folks are going to be doing something major next week in his honor.
In his honor, you know, Pastor Floyd did so much work for our community. His big motto of Buy Back the Bay, he didn't just talk it, he walked it. He bought the shopping center across the street from his church, and I forgot the name of that, Georgia Hill Plaza, which will be renamed to the Ricky Floyd Plaza, and I'm excited about the renaming of this. And again, a shout out to his family, Pastor Sheila Floyd and his son Brendan Hill, who have taken on the legacy of the Pursuit of God Church and keeping this work moving forward. So we invite everybody to come out next Wednesday, 11:30 to 12:30. The people around this city know what Pastor Ricky Floyd done for our city, and many young people like myself, over 20-some years he poured into me. And so we're going to do something major in his honor.
And doing something like that, Gerald, what does that say about his legacy that apparently it still lives on, no doubt?
Yeah, and most definitely got to live on because of the impact that he make. Those young people are still going through the program. They still show up in that plaza week after week to have the mentorship that he started some years ago through the Husband Institute. So now to see his name out there, it's going to do proud for them that they can keep on a great legacy in his honor.
Commissioner, always good to have you here.
Yes,
Happy
sir.
New Year
Bless
to
you,
you.
sir.